Tony Stewart leaves NASCAR on a high note with a message that will shock you. It is difficult to compete at NASCAR's elite levels. You'll have to sacrifice a lot of time, effort, and emotion, as well as any sense of normalcy in your daily life if you want to succeed. This may be the case for many legendary racing drivers who have retired from the sport. However, many, like Tony Stewart, refuse to give up on the things that make them live with passion. To claim that Stewart is done working would be a gross simplification. That he is no longer active as a driver in NASCAR is a more true statement. Smoke is still a major player in the sport since he is co-owner of Stewart-Haas Racing. Furthermore, he is the sole living racing legend of his time. Stewart has recently established his own NHRA racing team, in addition to his SRX series endeavors. Furthermore, he decided to end this year with one final test by entering a tournament. The famed driver took part in the Fort Wayne Rumble. His die-hard fans were also thrilled to see one of their favorite NASCAR legends in action on the track. Stewart's loyal fans liked that. Even though he is retired, he still competes. Through a tweet with an attached short video, Stewart let his followers know that he would be present at the Rumble and noted, "Ready for anything." What an amazing way to end the year. Smoke's fans were happy when 2022 ended, thinking only of the bright future ahead for their beloved driver. Last year, at the pre-race show at Eldora Speedway, Tony Stewart, who said he thought it was the best current NASCAR driver, Kyle Larson, who competes for Hendrick Motorsport's number 5 car, is the driver in question. AutoWeek stated that he rated Kyle Larson higher than himself. For those who might have doubted his words in light of Stewart's stellar credentials, his response was a simple, "I do believe he is better." Stewart remembered the day Larson went off on his own and won the 4 Crown Nationals. Continuing from before, he stated once again that, in his opinion, Larson was the better driver. NASCAR is worried that Cup Series drivers may be curious about Tony Stewart's SRX initiative. Tony Stewart is a superb marketer, but he may be struggling to keep Stewart-Haas Racing competitive in NASCAR. The 3-time Cup Series champion came up with a clever strategy for the 3rd season of his Superstar Racing experience, just weeks after he offered $1 million to the winner of a sprint car race at his Ohio track. This is something that NASCAR and the track owners would probably frown upon. Tony Stewart is already thinking ahead to the SRX season of 2023. Superstar Racing Experience is already making plans for 2023, since the series competes at the same time level as the now defunct IROC. Tony Stewart, who helped start SRX, said this week that the 6 races will be shown on ESPN instead of CBS on Saturdays. This is great news for the country's numerous smaller tracks. Increased attendance in the grandstands, as opposed to only TV viewers, equals greater money for racetrack proprietors and drivers. While the identities of the 2023 drivers remain unknown, SRX did announce its schedule. There are numerous events taking place all throughout the Northeast and the Midwest. The location was chosen only because of its convenience for getting there. SRX manufactures and services race vehicles for weekly competition. The vehicles must be close to the shop on Wednesday so that any last-minute repairs can be made and the wrapping can be completed in time to take the vehicles to the next track on Thursday. For NASCAR drivers, Tony Stewart's SRX offers a convenient schedule. Tony Stewart has a keen eye for marketing and is a savvy businessman. In the previous 3 years, he has staged 2 SRX events at his own Eldora Speedway. Stewart will hand out a $1 million check to the winner of a sprint car race at that track a month earlier. The SRX team has only competed at the Statford track over all 3 seasons. What's most important to remember is how quickly and easily Cup Series drivers can switch gears from the first 5 tracks to their NASCAR duties a few days later. Stewart-Haas Racing has decided on its driver for the 2023 NASCAR Cup Series season, but after that, the future is unclear. Next season, Ryan Preece will replace Cole Custer as Stewart-Haas Racing's driver of the number 41 Ford. 6 of the last 7 off-seasons have seen a change at the wheel in the NASCAR Cup Series. Despite his first-year triumph at Kentucky Speedway, Custer's 3 years in the Cup Series after stepping away from the Xfinity Series in 2020 were not very exciting. He'll race in the Xfinity Series again in 2023. In 2023, when the other 3 drivers are expected to return, the lineup will be set. However, the team's future success is viewed with skepticism at best. Although this is not the team's first time making a driver change, they have never made more than 1 in the offseason in the past 7 years. By 2024, as many as 50% of the team may need to be reshuffled. Kevin Harvick's contract to drive in races will expire at the end of the 2023 season. The oldest driver in the Cup Series signed a new contract in February of 2020. He will race in the Cup Series for the 23rd time in 2023 and the 10th time with the team owned by Tony Stewart and Stewart-Haas. Would he sign a contract past 2023, knowing that he said in the offseason, before the previous season, that he intended to retire after 2021? The 47-year-old guy from Bakersfield, California, is a leading critic of the next-gen car and its many shortcomings. Because even mild accidents can leave drivers with permanent brain damage, they may decide it's time to move on. According to rumors, Fox Sports may add a third commentator in 2024, and that analyst may be Harvick. He has already shown in the Xfinity Series broadcast booth that he has the charisma and communication skills to be a successful announcer when he hangs up his helmet. Fox decided to keep going in the same direction in 2023, despite the loss of Jeff Gordon the previous year. Mike Joy and Clint Boyer, the primary announcer and color commentator, were employed without a third analyst. Instead, they kept switching out third team members on a regular basis. To give another example, Aric Almirola had previously stated that he plans to end his baseball career following the 2020 campaign. His departure from Stewart-Haas Racing was rescinded, and he was committed to driving the number 10 Ford for the team through 2023 and beyond in the terms of a new deal. There is talk that a clause in his new deal will allow him to retire after 2023. After Almirola announced his retirement, many thought Preece would take over the number 10 car. For the 2023 season, he will be the second driver for Stewart-Haas Racing. After Preece said he would leave for Stewart-Haas Racing in 2024, the question of who would replace Harvick and/or Almirola was up in the air. Due to his demotion, Custer has little chance of going back to the Xfinity Car Series after only 1 year, while Riley Herbst has wasted 3.5 years in the series driving top-tier cars. Only half of the starting lineup will be guaranteed if Preece has a good 2023 and comes back. After piloting the number 14 Ford to victory and the playoffs in just his second season, Chase Briscoe seems like the team's long-term solution. Jimmie Johnson's fame extends far beyond the realm of NASCAR fans. Even though he's been retired for nearly 2 years, his presence is felt across the community. Still, there are many who believe there's more to this story than just the numbers when it comes to his fame and fortune. However, Brad Keselowski disputes Jimmie's work ethic. While discussing Jimmie's recent speed increases, Keselowski questioned the effectiveness of Jimmie's tough work routine and schedule. He even went as far to say that it was vital to whom he was, but he thinks the garage and the media were happy when he was quick because he told a great story. His day ended up with a trip to the gym. After chowing down on a burger before the race, Tony Stewart was lightning fast. Certainly, Johnson had excellent speed. Nevertheless, Keselowski brings up an interesting idea that merits consideration. Did all his efforts merely go to waste, or did they really help him succeed? Tell us in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe for more videos like this.